Derick Giwner along with Matt, glass is half empty, Rose, and we're here in the DRF studios to talk about harness racing once again. We're going to focus on the Meadowlands this week for May the 4th. Actually a really good weekend of harness racing all around. Pompano in the 4th has a couple of carryovers, a big jackpot high five carryover in the final race. I think there's a $13 mandatory payout, $13,000 carryover, I think, in the pick 4. Freehold has the Cutler Memorial.
The Dexter Cup.
Dexter Cup.
We're going to talk about the Cutler
We're going to
Memorial
talk about the Cutler, the Dexter Cup. I think Miami Valley on Monday has a couple $100,000 races, including Hambo winner Atlanta. So there's something for everyone everywhere. Even Pocono and Harris Philly get in the action with a couple of great Northeast races and some nice horses, including Kissing in the Stand. We're going to go to race 9 at the Meadowlands, $175,000 Cutler Memorial. And just before we even get started, DRF Bets has a special promotion starting on Friday night at the Meadowlands, 5% rebate on all wagers. So that's one you certainly want to check out. I think it's drf.com/promos.
Sounds good to me.
12-horse field for the Cutler we have up on the board, and it's led by number 1 former Hambo winner, Pinkman.
Well, it's led by the former Hambo winner, Pinkman, judging by the 3-1 morning line. But could you say there's any horse that really headlines this race? It's a pretty, I mean, you can make a case for a handful of horses here. Does Pinkman deserve to be the favorite? I guess so. Off the strength of last week's wire-to-wire effort with Yanni Ginger on the bike, come back nicely this year. A couple seconds and a win. We know how much back class this now 7-year-old has, with $2.7 million in the bank. But you know what? This is a 1.8 race at bulky field. Could the rail spot be a little tricky? I don't know. Does he go off the favorite? Probably, but I'm sure you're going to look elsewhere, as am I.
Well, I'm definitely looking elsewhere, but before I do look elsewhere, we might as well see how he did last week, because a bunch of them are coming out of this Mr. Muscle Man race. I think the 1, 6, 7, 8, and 10 all come out of the Mr. Muscle Man. So let's take a look at that replay and see how Pinkman won. He's going to be on the lead here. Coming out of the pocket is number 10, Top Flight Angel.
Not really gaining at all. And you saw Pinkman got an easy half, repelled a pretty decent challenge from the half to third quarter, squirted away, and you see under a drive he's got plenty left to sprint home. 52 and 4, holding Top Flight Angel easily at bay.
Going 24 and 3, he better have plenty left. You know?
Yeah, I mean it was a very easy effort. Can't expect a front end effort in this race with the 12-horse field going 1.8 miles. If he's on the front end, brushing to the front or takes control, he's certainly not going to have it as easy as last week. But with that said, you know, it's a good stepping stone, I guess, to this race. You know what? The class matters, and you highlighted this horse. We talked about him being the morning line favorite, but he will be on my tickets, but he will not be on top here. And
talking about stepping stones, we have the two $50 bills coming in from Hoosier Park. Obviously had a very good season last year. You know, 2
and 3-year-old season, very good.
Well, no doubt, but coming off a 3-year-old season, he was in the Breeders' Crown, so obviously he took his shots against some of the better horses. Now he's making his return as a 4-year-old, taking on older horses like Cruzado della Noche, who's 7, will take charge as 6. I mean, the races are okay. I mean, he lost to a good horse in Bridge to Jesse last time. Is this horse ready to step up as a 4-year-old versus this class?
Those are 2 nice efforts at Hoosier, even in a losing effort last week. You know what? Will he fit with these, and will he be able to go with these? I think sometime maybe later in the year. I think so. I think he's classy enough and good enough even as a 4-year-old. But I don't know. I'm not ready to jump on board right away in his first start versus these. Versus the big boys, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. We saw a really nice effort in the Yonkers International last year from Cruzado della Noche. And he came back, he put in a couple of qualifiers, he won his first one. We're going to take a look at his second qualifier here, where the race is actually much better than it looks. He finishes third, lost by 6 or so lengths behind Atlanta. But you notice he's sitting third here, and he's following the veteran. And you notice Brian Sears cagily is just kind of sitting behind him, letting him follow, not really asking him. Just at the last minute, right by the wire, he kind of taps him a little and says, okay, let's go on a little. And you could tell there's a little bit more left in the tank there. Can Cruzado della Noche pull off the same magic he pulled off in the International, coming off the layoff and just come up with a win?
It's possible, but we also how Brian Sears massively tripped out in the International trots, scoring at 30-1. You know what? Against these older horses, the Breeders' Crown, the TVG, maybe he was a little bit lacking, came up a little bit short. He's another one I need to see. I think I need to see a start from him. I don't think he's 100% ready right off the bat, to be honest with you. He's another one I'll be taking a wait-and-see attitude, see how he goes this start, see how willing he is at the finish, and then consider maybe for a few future efforts.
Also low in the morning line is number 11, Guardian Angel Oz. I believe is 9-2 on the morning line. Tim Tetrick's choice over the 12, Hammer Time. I mean, really two really nice qualifiers. This is a horse that I've always liked. I always felt the talent's there for this horse to be really spectacular. Just hasn't had a chance to put it all together yet.
Yeah, he's had a couple of miscues in big money events over the half-mile track. Obviously, listen, like you said, he's got the ability, and I think he's another one eventually he's going to put it all together. And I do like those very sharp qualifiers at Miami Valley. Obviously, winning both, but then making significant strides in his second qualifier over his first qualifier. I'm sure that's exactly the plan that his connections had. They ship him back out east, and he's one, despite the tricky second-tier start, he is going to be in my tickets, and I think he will be ready to go off the layoff here. I'm definitely going to include him here.
The second tier obviously isn't ideal, but it does help that he follows Pinkman, who's got early speed and should keep him somewhat forwardly placed if he's right behind him. Mm-hmm. The horse that I went to, and I think we were discussing a little bit before, you go, oh no, not here. I went to number 5, Will Take Charge in this spot. I just feel like this is a horse that never gets any respect. You know, he's versatile in the way he has some early speed if he wants it. He can come from off the pace. Last year he was second in the Cashman and second in the Cutler here at this track. Was third in the TVG behind Tactical Landing and Six Pack, two really solid 3-year-olds last year. And this horse never gets respect. You never see this horse at 3-5 really in these big races. He's always 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1, and he's coming in down here, looks pretty sharp from coming in from Yonkers. I don't see any reason why he can't win. That's 5-1 again.
Well, you know what? He's listed at 12-1 morning line, I think. I figure he might go off and he might get 7, 8, 9, 10-1 range in this big field. I'm kind of in agreement with you here. For a horse that you say gets no respect, meanwhile he earned $469,000 last year. His first 2 starts at Yonkers in the Open, where he did take the money, he did get the respect, and he came up completely flat in those 2 races. Took almost a month off, came back in last week's Open. Yes, he had an easy trip. There were a couple breakers, and he got away easily in third, but that was a much, much improved effort. He gave it a nice uncovered grind into a very well-rated winner, and you're getting a 58-4 half by the leader on a half-mile track in the Open of Yonkers. It's probably going to be tough to get by. He was held at bay, but it was a very, very good, encouraging effort. I guess maybe the month freshening helped him. Unlike some of the others that I think need a starter too, I think he's ready to jump right into the fray here and be very live.
Well, I'm in complete agreement. My numbers here, I'm going 5, 3, 11, 2, which is Will Take Charge, Cruzado della Noche, Guardian Angel Oz, and $50 bill.
That's your cold super? In the,
I don't know about a cold super, but I'm leaving out the first and the second choice on the morning line, not because I think Pinkman's bad but I just think it's a tougher race for him here, and he's going to have to prove it to me still. And Top Flight Angel, I'm just not on board.
10 hole is tough.
The 10 hole is just tough. Even in the mile and an eighth race where he gets a quicker run, he'll probably get good position here. I need to see more from this horse before I'm going to back this horse against horses like Cruzado della Noche and Will Take Charge.
There could be, I know my Chip, another horse that gets no respect that made $230,000 last year. He's got some early speed. It wouldn't surprise me if he's taking a shot off the gate, which obviously will only hurt Top Flight Angel's chances. We saw the clip where he ran second to Pinkman, a good second. I can't imagine him getting that easy a trip, especially out of the 10 hole, like you said. So he's another one I'll let him beat me. You know what? I'm going to go with Will Take Charge as my top choice also. Definitely can use Guardian Angel Oz, number 11 on my tickets. I did not go with their cold third and fourth place horse like you did. I will probably spread around in tries and superfectas. But yeah, I'm going to take a shot with Will Take Charge, assuming he's not overbet. The price is okay. And definitely Guardian Angel Oz on my tickets. And We'll go from there. First
Cut-
big stage race.
The Cutler's race number 9 on the Meadowlands 13 race card on Saturday night. It's the second leg of the $50,000 guaranteed pick 4. They also have 2 12-horse graduate fields for 4-year-olds, which are really nice races. And once again, DRF Bets is offering a 5% rebate on all wagers at the Meadowlands in May. So you want to check that out for sure. DRF.com/promos. Good luck.